The Queensland Government has announced plans for a major expansion of Brisbane's South Bank. The precinct is set to grow by 70% upstream from the Gallery of Modern Art at no cost to taxpayers. But the opposition says it's just more talk, and it sparked a war of words with the Brisbane City Council. The Lord Mayor has labelled the move hypocritical.
Brisbane's popular South Bank precinct now ends abruptly near the Grey Street Bridge. The new plans would add 27 hectares over 15 or 20 years, taking it around Kurilpa Point and upstream through an area now occupied by factories and warehouses.
What South Bank 2 will do is continue everything we love about South Bank onto that reach of the river beyond the art gallery, down to what is now an industrial area.
Plans developed over the last 6 months will include an Olympic pool and an aquatic play area. There'll be more parks, markets and retail.
This can all be done on a cost-neutral basis, developing some parts of the site as commercial and residential buildings, using the profit from that to plough into green space, people space.
The state government is already in negotiations with the milk factory to move it to an industrial area closer to freight routes. The plans allow for a major new cultural institution, possibly a museum of Indigenous art and culture, right here at Kurilpa Point, a site that was significant for the 4 Aboriginal tribes who inhabited these riverbanks for thousands of years before white settlement. But Brisbane's Lord Mayor has accused the Premier of hypocrisy. The state government knocked back the council's plans to redevelop the Howard Smith wharves near the Story Bridge as inappropriate, but South Bank was flooded.
So they're going to make this announcement about South Bank, then they have a duty and a responsibility to put Howard Smith Wharves back on the agenda.
LNP leader Campbell Newman says they've been talking about extending South Bank for years.
If you go back to 2007, I'm pretty confident they were talking about this back then.
Today he announced that if he becomes Premier, he'll stage an $18 million trial of 15-minute train services on the Ferny Grove line.
It's a real initiative to get people onto the trains and out of their cars.
But the Premier says it's been government policy for more than a year.
We've already achieved it on the Darra line, we've already achieved it on the Northgate line, and we'll achieve it on the Ferny Grove line by the middle of this year.
Campbell Newman is contesting Ashgrove on the Ferny Grove line. Sitting member Kate Jones has been welcoming new babies into the electorate. They'll be essential when the campaign officially begins. Karen Berkman, ABC News, Brisbane.